Game 6 is tomorrow. Milwaukee can close it out on their home floor and claim their first NBA championship since '71 when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was leading the charge. Stephen A. Smith, is this series already over?
I believe it is. I believe it is. I have to be consistent with what I said prior to Game 5 on Saturday, Friday when we were on the air. I said Milwaukee's not losing Game 6. So if you're the Phoenix Suns, you need to win Game 5 so you can ultimately force a Game 7. They did not do that. And as a result, I think that the Milwaukee Bucks closed this out Tuesday night, and they end up winning their first championship since the 70s. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I just can't say enough about the guy. Still doesn't have a perimeter shot, obviously. Still struggles with his free throws. But the hard work, the dedication, the focus, the tenacity, the fact that he galvanizes guys around him and brings them together. He lifts them, he uplifts them, he doesn't tear them down. He does things that stars are supposed to do. And to consider the fact that this guy signed with Milwaukee and stayed there, got $245 million in the process, for them to acquire Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, although they were assisted because a guy like Kyrie Irving gets hurt, because if Kyrie Irving hadn't gotten hurt, I do believe that Brooklyn would be in the finals instead of Phoenix. No question about that. But in the end, it doesn't take away from what we've seen the Milwaukee Bucks do. Chris Middleton's game, again, his mid-range game is pure. And not only that, he closes. And Drew Holiday, we always know him as an elite defender, but to have 27 points and 13 assists in that pivotal Game 5 on a road speaks volumes for him and what he brings to the table. The Milwaukee Bucks are bigger. They are stronger. They are more athletic. They are deeper. And really, it's the heroics of Devin Booker, along with contributions, whether it's CP3, Mikal Bridges, or somebody in and out. You know, that's kept this series interesting. But the better team is ahead right now, just simply because they're bigger, stronger, more athletic, deeper, etc. I'm not saying that there's no way in hell that Phoenix can't overcome this, but it looks quite daunting, to say the least. And if I got to bet my money, I'm betting it on Milwaukee closing this series out tomorrow night at the Fiserv Center, at the Fiserv Forum. I think it's over.
I don't think it is over. Yeah, it's possible the Bucks close them out, but it's quite possible the Suns win at Milwaukee. Look, why do I say that? I just saw them in the last two games, one at Milwaukee, one in Phoenix. I saw the game come down to the final play. I saw it come right down to the wire. I'm supposed to believe, because we talk about things like momentum in the press, the fans in the press do, even the players and the coaches do, that somehow that means that the Suns can't win. Momentum is one Phoenix play away from not existing right now in either Games 4 or Game 5. The reason the Bucks are beating the Suns at this moment is because when it mattered most, they got great play from their best players. The Suns have not. Now, maybe you're right, Stephen A., and that means that, in fact, the Bucks are better. Because with the money on the line, Giannis comes through. Middleton comes through in this series. Drew Holiday has now come through big time with his defense. And then the alley part of the oop, right? I get it. Do I believe that Chris Paul and Devin Booker are incapable of that kind of play? No, I don't. Either one of those guys can take over a game. I've seen it in these playoffs. In these playoffs, they've done heroic things. They now need to do that. Someone has to do it, even if it is passing to an open Cam Johnson. But you've got to make great plays at the end of these games. That's the reason Milwaukee right now is up 3-2. Instead of the series being over, or vice versa, or the Suns up 3-2. Could have easily been that way.
My only response to that, Max, is that I can say, honestly, I hope you're right, because I love Game 7s. Particularly, I just love a Game 7, and the thought of a Game 7 with Booker and CP3 and those boys back in Phoenix, I would absolutely, positively love to see it. I just can't see it. They've lost 3 straight. Milwaukee clearly has the momentum. And as I told you Friday, that crowd, they showing the Deer Park, folks outside there. They talk about 12, 15,000. No, there's about 25,000 people out there, bro. They were packed to the hilt. And it's going to be absolute hysteria and pandemonium inside the Fiserv Forum tomorrow night. I mean, I just expect a sensational environment. And Giannis, true to form, called on the fans there, talked about how big this game is going to be, probably the biggest in franchise history, clearly the biggest in the last half century. Take all of those things into consideration with the way they've been playing basketball. The fact that they've played and engaged in bully ball, that they've attacked Phoenix's depth. And then you combine that with the fact that Middleton has closed and Holiday has opened. He opens up, he's aggressive at the start of the games in terms of his perimeter shots and trying to make things happen, clearly trying to make things happen on the defensive end of the floor. You consider all of those things that we've been witnessing right now. I just feel like I find it very, very hard to believe that Phoenix is going to overcome this. Now, they can do it, and I hope they do, because, again, I would love a Game 7. I just don't see them having blown the last 3 games and then somehow, some way, finding something inside themselves that they couldn't find over the last 3 games to pull this out. I just don't see it.
Well, look, in order for the Bucks to be here, it's not just that they had to make plays. In consecutive games, they had to make 2 of the most, these are among the most memorable plays in the history of the NBA now. That block by Giannis and then followed by the alley-oop, those are among the most memorable plays of all time in the finals.
Well,
in consecutive games in order to win. And one of ththose plays had to be combined with an all-time blunder by a normally clutch player in Chris Paul. So what I'm saying is, do the Bucks have that in them again? Because the Suns have shown they can hang right in there. And the Bucks, in order to beat them, need not only the greatest plays of all time, but in addition, the Suns messing up. That's going to happen 3 games in a row?
Well, Max, it doesn't have to happen 3 games in a row. It's already happened 2 games in a row. And the fact is, you can look at it and say missed opportunities, because usually when we're talking about the runner-up to a championship, most times, more often than not, in fact, it comes down to missed opportunities.